Left now is the awards banquet. We're going to get cleaned up, dressed. Usually the banquet is one of the high points of any NATS. If you've never been to a NATS, or you've ever been, don't miss the banquet. It's always a lot of fun. This is the first year we've ever had the banquet where it wasn't in the Ramada. This is at the, of all things, what's the name of this place, Elliot? The Cardinal Country Club. Cardinal Hills, the Brodak Cardinal Hills Country Club. How appropriate. And this is what you see in Indiana, is thousands and thousands of ears of corn. They wrote some big houses out here. Look at these nice. You could fly, talk about flying in your backyard. You could fly in your front yard. Nice houses.
Well, we're going to hit another road in a moment, and then we just go straight over that.
Elaborate looking place here, baby. Look at this. Is this appropriate? Professionally made sign. Look at this. Pro stunt. Look at this. Gambling is legal in Muncie.
Thank you.
Bingo. How many bingo cards do you get? Hey, Brian wants to know if you have any lipstick left over.
He's right over there.
He took it like a man. I got to give him credit.
Yeah.
He took his punishment like a man. Go over and give him a big kiss. Say, Brian, you're a cute baby.
Very rich, just around the middle. The guy.
I heard Little Fitzgerald was stealing, you know, they had the Texas flag down by that one group. He was walking away with their flag every 5 minutes. David!
So, what you do is, you reach in, pull one of their scales off.
Don't worry, son, you can have all the Texas flags you want. But Dad, build me a stunt ship, Dad. Now that I know how to walk, I'm ready to fly. Davis, Willie Nelson look-alike. How'd that hair come out? Nice, huh?
No, it didn't come out.
Do women find you attractive?
What you got to do is get him to sing the first verse of The Gambler.
On the road again. Little known fact, Jonah's taking autographs from everybody on his shirt and then copying them onto their check saying they owe her $25. Trying to make a buck already on us at Dopey American.
Oh, no, get rid of that chair. Oh, please.
Please buy my house. Hey, Buttafuoco.
Hey, what I want to
He
know
didn't
is
show the
about
proper respect.
The
turtle deck.
The turtle.
That's how that works.
On your model just the other day.
The turtle deck.
Get this wall and I say, oh, yeah, okay, Buttafuoco. All right, I'm looking with the cost, right? So he's looking from a canopy back to the running, back to the fin. What about the dorsal? He's spotted right in the dorsal. Goes right into the turtle deck. The turtle deck.
You gotta buff out the turtle deck.
Well, tell him about the dome. Yeah, well, it's after you get the top shape, and you get the long sandy floor, and you smooth it out, so it's smooth. Yeah, turtle deck is smooth.
So it's very smooth.
Yeah, so you gotta seal it up.
And it got no ripples.
You got your door, and your door brush, and don't brush. The door and the door brush, and you wanna seal that up nice and smooth, so you just put your door on it. File the door, it's like though, right? It's snapped it. It's snapped it. And afterwards, is this gonna be a long story? Because I get some coffee. Hey, I got coffee here with Clear
finishing tip. Gorham.
It'll be in my next video.
My next video.
Just a minute. I'm gonna go and get a cup of coffee.
Yeah. Let's go over. The people are going for coffee.
We'll be back later. Going to Thai.
The Bert and Ernie show has begun.
Thai, it came in. It just came in. We have our English representatives. We have the Puerto Rican team. Well, stand by, you're my straight man. Just 1 second. Okay. To our competitors, you made our competition extremely enjoyable. We've enjoyed having you here, and we certainly would like to invite you back whenever you want to come. By way of talking about the judges and the people, since they won't do it, I will. I certainly want to recognize Warren, our event director, and Gary, our head judge. Straight man would say, we'd like to welcome our guest judge, Jane McIntyre. Jane, if you'd stand up, please. We've certainly enjoyed having you.
Hey! Woo!
I hope you'll spread the word down south. Joan, I'm sorry. I hope you'll spread the word down south to Joe Parisi and all, and Jeff Reeves and all those people. We'd like to see them up here too.
Absolutely.
We've enjoyed having you here. Our volunteers are our precious resource. We want to treat them well, and we certainly want to recognize them. But now I think maybe it's time for Warren to get on with his presentation, and I want to be short and sweet. It's been a wonderful Nationals. I think in many cases most people have enjoyed this as much as any we've ever had. We've certainly finally found a facility that we really like. The food has been excellent. So let's get on with it.
Well, I've got a bunch of notes here that are all scrambled up, so I'm going to probably make a mess of some things, but I do that anyway, so you'll probably forgive me just like you usually do. Let's start the thing off first with the unofficial events that we have on Monday. And let us start out with the old-time stuff. Jean Martine.
Stand up, Gene. I broke my box home. It's not a fancy height.
Before I start, I want to thank the people that helped out with this event. Would you please stand when I call your name? We had the judges, Gene Mills.
He's out of town.
John Laws. John, okay, town. These guys were great in judging. They got everything moving. Is Bob Ravishaw here? Bob? Bob is our picture. He also kept track of the people working between the two events, intermediate, which was down in the grass area, and old time. And I think classic also. Bob, did you care of classic also? Did you take care of classic also? Yeah. So he kept all of that, all those people, he kept happy. Tabulated, Lila Lee. Bookings, and Julie Miller. And for the people that flew old-time in Classic, you know how fast the scores got up there. Runners, we had 3 runners, Doc Cook, Rachel Chase, and Jane McIntyre, who helped out tremendously. Okay, I guess I want to start with, we had only one incident. A person was flying, lost power, couldn't figure out what was happening. Landed, was checking his engine out, pulled out the plug, pulled the filter out, was checking everything, tried to start it, and the engine wouldn't start. Until he pulled on the prop, and the whole crankshaft came out of his engine. So, that happened to John Hutchinson. John, I was looking for a hard luck award and I couldn't find him. Next year, just bring an extra chair.
You call us, I'll look at
Okay, let's start off with the awards. We'll start off with 5th place, John Davis, with a 257.5. John?
Hey, and a nice new hairdo. Still looks like Willie Nelson. On the road again.
4th place, John Saunders. Is that right?
Hey! Third place, Dennis Cho. Is that right? Second place, Keith Trossel, 273. And first place goes to, guess, Bob Whiteman. Okay, our special awards went to when I was talking to the judges on Best Appearing Airplane, we had 3 airplanes that we really were tossing in the air. And the judges decided that Best Appearing Airplane will go to Frisky Pete, AMA number 545L, Vic Brennan. Why are you, Vic?
Vic is gone.
Vic is gone. Anybody can deliver his trophy. Anybody lives close to him.
Over here. Here, Vic. We'll take it for him.
Okay.
Right away, thank you. You'll never get it.
They'll hang it in Woody's shop.
One in every crowd.
Spirit of 52. Judges walk up and down the lines 3 times. They cast their eyes on a barnstormer that really looked great. It was transparent wings, had built-up flaps, had nice-looking wheel pants and little wheel spats in red. I'm sure that person knows what I'm talking about. Spirit of 52 goes to a barnstormer, AMA number 8842, Roger Wildman.
There's a rumor going around, and I think it's a good chance that there'll be a real change in at least the old-time stunt category, and that there probably only 20 people can fly one airplane instead of the more than 30 I think there were this year. First, second, and third place was a airplane that started out in really good shape, and then by the time it was done, it was all worn out. You're just saying that because Joe's not here to defend himself. Okay, next was classic stunt. And it was I want to thank the people that, first of all, thank Randy Smith of Aero Products for donating the trophies once again. And he was also responsible for the appearance points. The judges were Mike Scott and John DeTavio, who have since retreated back to Texas. So, the runners were, once again, Dot Cook, Rachel Chase, and Joe McIntyre. Thank you all very much. Pit boss, Bob Robert Shaw and Woody Midgley. Tabulators, Lila Lee, Elaine Wilkins, and Judy Willen. Okay, we have the fifth place was won by Curtis Palmer with a Skydance. Was Curtis here? Can anybody, okay? In fourth place, Larry Robertson with a Sharp 45. Okay, John Sutherland will take it. Third place, a GB that's been around for a year or two. I'm not telling you that it's time to go and do it, but because the one you have flies very well. Jim Lee with 530.5 points. Second place was John Simpson flying a Aero Tiger 36 power Cavalier. And in first place, you want to talk about somebody flying an airplane for a long time. Bob Whiteley with 560.5 points, Sharp 35. And the results were they had a profit of $25, which they donated to the FAI Team Fund. Then the other events which were held on the grass circles to the northwest of us, we had both beginner and intermediate. I'd like to start with beginner and Ellen Rickhouse. He's a magnificent craftsman. I think he won a concourse a while back. Ellen?
I really want to thank a lot of people because this beginner event has expanded just beyond a couple of states. To give you an idea, we had competitors from Arkansas, Indiana, South Carolina, New Jersey, Kentucky, Michigan, Illinois, Georgia, Canada, Tennessee. So we've pretty well taken care of most of the states east of Mississippi. We just have to work west now. Our judges for open were Byron Barther, Earl Mitchley, and Mark Obermeyer. Two of those three gentlemen are here. Jim Rainbar and Bill Rich helped us with the junior and senior judges. Jim's here this evening. Tabulators were Jane Parker and Sheila Aiken. Pit boss was Paul Guthrie. Scores were posted by Pat Starrett. Assignment was by Larry Rice. Poll test was done by Jim Turtle and Diana Arnold, and runner Diana Arnold. And had a lot of help from a lot of people. We had plenty of prizes for the kids. We start out giving all the choices to the younger people first, and I think all the young people were very appreciative of their prizes from everyone. I'd like to, first of all, fourth place was Neil Allard in junior. Thomas Hardison is here in third place. Thomas, would you like to stand up? Here in third place junior, Josh Condon, and first place senior is Crystal King. We have one senior this year. We'd like to try to get some more seniors if we could next year, and that's Miss Christina Saunders. First through fifth was Wes Akins, John Perry, Charles Abbott, Mike McHenry, and Mark Bolson. I have money donated in the next 2 years for trophies. If any of you have any juniors and seniors out with the next year, and the remainder to the adults, bring them here and we'll get them out. Thank you very much.
Stand up and please hold your applause until the end. But I've said it the last couple of years, and the fact is that this thing just does not happen without these people. You know, you guys would, I don't know what you do this week. You wouldn't have anybody to complain to, and you'd be bugging your wives for a whole week. So without these people, the thing just doesn't happen, and they put in a lot of time, spend a lot of money out of their own pocket, and don't get to be famous like you flyers out there. The judges this year were Rick Ashford, Bill Fitzgerald, please stand, you guys, would you have ladies as well, Bob Foster, Bob Hunt, John Laws, Lee Lorio, Carl Lovins, Gary McClellan, the head judge, who really keeps it going. Bill McIntyre, we had dinner with her one evening, and there was an adventurous lady. I'll tell you, she came from Australia, and during the course of my career, when I was working, or I was retired, I traveled to California several times, and she saw more places in the Los Angeles area in 1 week than I did in 20 years of travel out there. So she is a fine judge. And as well, we had Gene Mills, Mark Obermeyer, Arlie Presler. That's a name familiar to some of you people who Arlie is the guy who carves all these big propellers and works and finishes, and every year without complaining, a real class guy and a fine job. Arlie, it's good to see you back. We're looking high. Kenny Stout, and I don't know how he does it. Every year it looks like he's not going to make it through the event. Bob Hunt was worried about him all week, and he dragged his way through and did a fine job for us. Keith Tressel and Dave Cook, who was drafted last month to help us with the advance. So thank you very much. I also want to recognize my assistant ED, Dave, that done it for me 2 years, and he, as I recall, he was going to get a 60-ship all finished and was going to fly this year, but he called me a week ahead of time, a couple of weeks, and said, no, he was going to fly, it was going to be a little time in classic, but he did help us out, so we appreciate that. But I needed to have an assistant CD, and I drafted Charles Reeves from Paducah, Kentucky, who did a fine job. And with these two, I'm going to mention next, the term pit boss takes on a whole new definition. Pit bull is kind of Woody Midgley and Mount Railroad Shaw. And we had some, this year it was, I I called for runners one time, and I had runners for the whole week. That's Bob Brookins, I think, ran every set of scores back from Circle 4 for the whole week, just to my knowledge. Marilyn McMillan, she brought about 6 books, and I think she only got 1 read. I think she spent some time running a lot of time running the scores. Joanne Lynch, and she's a lovely wife of Jim, and she came back and gracious with this, my craftsmanship here. Rachel Chase, Elaine Brookins, and Bob Sharp. Thank you all very much. Now we have Shereen, Lila, and Kathy Fitzgerald. These are the ones who add all the scores, get them out there in a hurry, and occasionally Shereen has a little trouble with some of the programs that her son worked on, and I look over because I think it may be a stevedore working that computer as well as Shereen. But believe me, she gets the scores out, and where she's going to be with us at the team trials as well. So all 3 of you, please stand up. Okay. If I missed a runner or two, I'm truly sorry, but I have, as I said earlier this week, I have no problem remembering things that happened 50 years ago, but man, yesterday was a real problem. Let us begin with the awards, and let's start with junior stunt. We have, whoops. God, we're going to get Sunderland, every time you touch something, I forget you. I'm sorry. John, come on up, please.
We've been back as judges this year. Also, we took the previous year's winner, Doran Morosino, and made him a judge. I'd like to thank Ken Tysor and Dennis Toth, and of course the 2 individuals I mentioned, Paul Winter and John Bensing, and myself took care of the judging scores this year. Appearance judging was conducted by Paul Winter and Brett Buck. I'd like to thank both of them. Then we had a judge's choice and a pilot's choice. And Bob Brookins, would you please stand? He had about the previous SB-11 base plane. You turn it in any direction, it turns 50 different colors. Just absolutely gorgeous workmanship. Would have stood up very well. We presented 2 flights before 2 judges for a total of 11 on 3 circles that would transfer from fly-off. 3 judges, myself, John Bensing, and Doran, judged the top 10 flyers, and Clayton Berry, are you here, Clayton? Clayton Berry took first with a fine score of 454. Jeff Kemp was second with a 448. Rich Giacomone, I know you're here, Rich. Aren't you here? Stand up, Rich. There's our 3rd place winner. Keith Bryant was 4th. Paul Lutz from Cleveland was 5th. John Holliday, are you still here, John? I saw you floating around earlier. Bill Durham, 7th. Vic Brannon, 8th. Watt Moore was 9th. You still here, Watt? And then we had Boyd Hopkins in 10th place. And all of those folks took home trophies, of which the top 4 have been given the now famous Bob Hunt boot into the advanced category. For those of you who didn't have the opportunity to witness that at the Brodack event, it's quite an undertaking to give poor John Bensing the boot. It's quite a tall individual. I'd also like to point out that again this year, John Brodack did sponsor the event and did award trophies through 10th place. and also came down and worked as a runner and ran scores all afternoon. So it was a long day. I want to thank everybody that was involved in the intermediate event for showing up. And let's see what else we got. We had some donations of some very, very fine stuff to give away. Don McClave donated one of the new black Fox 35s with all the gold trimming and everything on it for the winner. And Dennis Choate donated an SB11 short kit to the second place winner. And they were both well received. Great prizes. And once again, the Bodex did the photo plaques through 10th place. And I thank you all for indulging our new intermediate and beginner events. We enjoy doing it, and thank you for your participation.
Award for the control line category champion. And this young lady is I think on the verge of winning it a second time, but apparently the results aren't final because they were supposed to have something here tonight if they knew what the results were. But I think Crystal King is certainly a fine representative for Control Line, and we wish her the best of luck in her winning it again this year. Thanks, Crystal. Okay, did I forget anything else yet? There's still an opportunity, I know. Junior Stun, we had 6 entries. One of the entries was Crystal, and she was too busy flying and winning second place in Junior Fast Combat. So she didn't make it, but and I also understand your dad said that you really didn't want to come up because you were concerned that your pattern wasn't good enough. Believe me, you're welcome anytime that you got the time. Please, come and see us. Not an official trophy, but it is an award that was donated, and we'd like to award it to you this time. So, Steve, could you come up, please? In 4th place, young gentleman by the name of Thomas Harbison, who moved up from Katie Mountain beginners and came up and showed that he can fly in junior as well. Thomas, come on up, please. Everyone should come up and do these things up, and then we're going to speed it up a little bit for us. 3rd place, Christina Saunders, 157. Second place, Ryan Howard with 450 points. Is there anybody else who could deliver the trophy from their area? Bob Giesky. Just send it in and leave it to Bob. And in 1st place, from last year, this kid really put it in high gear. He lost junior last year by half a point, and this year won junior with 482 points. Robert Brewer.
on your head. Hey, Robbie!
Okay, moving on to senior, we have also we have 3 awards by AMA. And the 4th place contestant, we have another donated award, Kevin Stewart, who was last year's national champion in junior. Kevin, 452. In 3rd place, young fellow that I saw at the Rodak contest and did very well. He had 492 points. Mike Calico. Just heard a little incident that happened to our 2nd place winner. And apparently somehow he was moving around and walked too close to a pole and ended up strapped to it with a little duct tape. Brian, you're going to have to start to grow so you can defend yourself a little bit. Brian Keeper with 497.33 points.
Hey! Duct tape! Frankie, you won't believe the video I got of the kid.
Did you do that?
They put girls' makeup on him and everything.
His dad told me he was here over the weekend and he was flying helicopters for a while and he decided that Navy patrolling wasn't so bad after all. He concentrated on that and went from flying some very normal flights on Monday to some outstanding flights very late in the week. And the winner who had to work his way back down to Alabama was Donnie Garrison with only 508.33 points. Anybody take that down there? Okay, fine. Boy, Kachulan is not dead with the kids because there's some of those kids that can really fly, so there's some future there. But it used to be a while back that the open finalists grumbled about the fact that there were some juniors and seniors flying with them. I don't think there was much variation there. You don't have to worry about the judges being off from going from 500 points to the scores that the open flyers are flying in the finals. Next is the advanced Neighbor home. He had a total score of 964.33 points on 2 flights. In 9th place, Kent Tizer.
Good, Kent Petty! Woo!
Eighth place, fellow who, as I recall, won senior in 1981. And he came back and he's proven that he's going to be enforcement to record with in advance. Jeff Anderson with 965.23 points.
Hey, Joey! Joey! Where's the trophy?
We're going to have a cup of coffee.
And in 7th place, who was very active a few years ago and then got involved with his family and was running a business and worked himself to a travel and decided that hobbies maybe were not so bad after all, and they eventually is back with 967.33
buys insurance the same price Bob Martin.
Hey, you got any duct tape left?
In sixth place is one of the English gentlemen, and I've seen John all week. I think I've seen him say 3 words, but Paul Winter picks up the slack.
Benzig!
John Benzig in sixth place with fifth place, local gentleman Alan Goff with 971.33 points. Fourth place, one of those guys from California. I think it's his first time at the NATS, I believe. Jim Aaron, 974.67 points.
Hey, Jimmy!
He was at BSC this year and entered a ringmaster in Classic and got 20 points. So it was an awesome ringmaster. And that has to be something because I think they're just really stones and should be all thrown away. But his was really good.
Get a lot of respect here.
In third place, Mike Scott from Texas. Did he get home?
Yeah.
Okay, the girl will take that one as well. He had 992.67 points. Second place, it's the Monkey Man, Brian Kiefer.
Hey! Duct tape! Duct tape! Christina left to fix his makeup. It's coming on.
In first place, a film by the name of Steven Starr from Muncie, I believe.
Hey!
And Roger Weldon. Chris back. Not Beefcake, but 1,053 points.
Woo!
Bob wants the lightest one.
Tom's got a bandage on his thumb. He started his engine and he saw that he was going to forget to take the battery off, so he decided to go take it off from the front. They're really smart.
But he finished the flight.
Yeah, the Moon Brothers told me about the whole thing, and he said, I don't know what happened to him. He's got it wrapped up and thing, but he still flew the flight out. And in ninth place, Bob Whiteley, 1,057 points. And in eighth place, one of the beloved Belly Brothers, Bill Rich, and I think he's on his way back to Atlanta. We got anybody who can take that back to Atlanta for him, or if we need, okay, Gene, or, well, it's in Florida, he's in Tampa. Seventh place, when you talk about rocket science, this kid knows all about it. Brett Buck, 1,066.67 points.
Yay! Dodging the delivery.
I'll take one.
one of the real gentlemen and ambassadors from Japan, as far as I'm concerned. In the 6th place was Kazi Minato with 1,080 points. Now, we had a fly-off this morning, and the weather got bad, and we decided to put a little bit of a break on it, and then it got better for just a little bit of time, and it always happens to Pantry. The clouds open up, the wind stops, and then he put in a zinger with flight. And then while he was rolling up the line, he says, rain, rain, and it happened. So Wendy surrendered very graciously, and in 5th place, and I don't have the points, but in 5th place, and with a beautiful, beautiful Spitfire, is Wendy Erknowski. This is his 4th visit to the United States, and if he gets any better, we're going to put a blockade on it and not let him in. He flew very well. He was 5th in the world in Stockholm, so when you hear some words about some of the different teams and how they fly FAI, and those of you who watched him today, this kid can really fly. It's Matsuro Yokoyama. Point out of a second. The Lord helped him with the weather, but it rained for his landing, so he hydroplaned a little bit, so he ended up a couple of points, 0.8 of a point short, but in 3rd place, Ted Pancher. Six tenths. Tell you that counts as horseshoes and hand grenades. And in 2nd place, best ever finish for our president. That's our man, Frank McMillan. I'm going to make a little campaign pitch, but last couple of years he's been at the helm. I think Tampa is a lot better for it. And in 1st place, he did everything right. It was one of those things, there was no denying it. Watched on one flight, he got about 6 inches off the ground and got one of those little death bubbles, and had a landing that put him back, but it didn't bother him a lick. He came back in the 2nd flight and the 3rd flight, and showed everybody what it was all about. Our national champion and Walker Cup winner, David Fitzgerald. That's Hitman Eric, the man with the plastic mask. Now, we've got a couple of other awards left. Rookie of the Year. We have a beautiful propeller that is finished by, it's the small one. That it was finished by and donated by, who is it in the back there, Gary? Turn over. Lane Shorts donated propeller, and Harley Presler finished it. The winner, Kurt Contrada, 12th place. He finishes June 3rd and has burned 50 gallons of fuel. And we got one more event. The Brodak paint got everywhere, and the Brodak paint is on this magnificent propeller, and it's an awfully nice piece of wood. Harley told me that he finally figured out a way to recess the plaque, so that is a 20-point propeller, and given to a 19-point airplane. I don't know where he's going to put them all. Wendy Arnowski.
Thank you.
The only other thing that I have to say is that the Marines are underway for a new hotel, not a new hotel, certainly compared to the one, it's new, but, and wherever we pick, we don't know for sure exactly which one, so I'm not going to say at this point in time that the price of if it doesn't go up from last year, I agree, it's going to be between $58 and $60, but I understand that everything works, you get soap every day, and towels and all sorts of good things, but we are looking forward to that. So that will be announced instantly, so you can make your reservations in plenty of time. And the banquet, I think, worked out very well for us. So thank you very much for being here. And oh, excuse me, the old man's got something to say.
It's too bad we can't record what he said when Warren and I during the evenings there. It's quite humorous sometimes.
Actually, it is not me.
Thank you. Anyway, a long time ago, I had two young sons. They're all growing now. But thanks to Ted Fancher, we went up to what they call the Bowling Management Association Scholarship Contest. I bring this up because there are so many young people in the audience, and I want to get them thinking about this, or at least their parents and some of the membership. Fortunately, Brian paid for a good share of my two sons' college education. The Experimental Aircraft Association, Sean Elliott was here and spoke to the pilots at the meeting. I'm doing this off the top of my head. It sounds a little disjointed. I didn't think about it till I saw how many kids we had here in the audience. But for those of you who have the time, the end of this month, and the ability to go up to Oshkosh, Wisconsin, there will be some flying demonstrations on control line. I think you said they had 4 grass circles and 2 paved circles. And there's also a strong possibility that they will host the World Championships, and it's 2002, is that right, Warren? So anyway, it's just something that we probably ought to think about as an organization, and those of you who have young flyers in your family, you might make them aware of it. There's nothing formal about it, but at some point we were talking about helping them sponsor a scholarship contest. We're not to that point yet, but I just wanted to mention it. Have people thinking about it when we have so many young people involved. Thank you.
I think that's it, and you can all go home now and begin your packing for your lovely ride home tomorrow. Please drive safe.
They teasing the baby again. They teasing him. Aren't you glad you're big and tough? Jack, this is what you need for the P-51. Here, touch it. Touch it. Touch it, touch it.
Can I use that for
This is my prediction. Next year's Dan Banjak will win the Concourse Award.
Can I use this on the flight streak?
Yes, yes, it'll probably just fit too.
Quick question, you come into our contest?
I hope so.
Okay.
Unless Karen spends all the money on antiques. And this weekend coming up, right?
25th.
Make sure you fax me that map you said.
I'll get Steve to
Or send me one or email it or something.
Okay.
You gotta build another plane so you can start using these things.
Elliot, hold it. Hold that. You're gonna head out? Okay. Good show.
The Mummy Man.
The Mummy Man. The highlight of the Windy video.
The Mummy.
The cigar store Indian.
Don't even think of it. Don't even think of it. Fusion about it. Hey, give me the camera. Give me the camera. It's not an option. Okay, thank you. Forget to give me the address. Yeah, but sometimes it's not right. I'm sending a big box. If it's wrong, it just goes. Okay, email is fine. 7.
Wally, I want to get this on tape. This is all Brodak dope. Hold that finish so we can see the reflection.
20 coats of Brodak.
20 coats. Look at the finish on that.
And then you get the Gorham silver polish
The
out.
Gorham. Buy that Buttafuoco.
Get a cup of coffee
Fooey
and then
grill.
just rub it.
Grizzly's practicing up for waxing his prop next year. What about Paul? Paul's gonna get one, man.
Paul's going to put more wallpaper on it.
Paul's gonna get.
No more wallpaper anymore.
Paul's gonna get the thing that they put wallpaper up with.
Tissue finish next year. I'll give you a month. He'll get
The wallpaper is
Arlie
for-
Presley wallpaper. Head-on wallpaper roller. Congratulations, Wendy.
Thank you, dude. I can't shake hands.
That's good. I got my hands full. Yeah, I know.
Hey, you done good, kid.
Good job.
Fantastic. Well, as all the advisors said here at the old Ramada, this is possibly the last time we'll ever be in a Ramada. Since next year they're planning on a whole new motel. Well, I guess we're just going to have to see. We're going to be getting up at 4 o'clock and getting on the road.
Completely English experience. You've got rain and you've got this roadworks. That's what we're famous for in England.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. In England, the roads are in great condition.
Doing about 180 miles an hour.
Anyway, having a CB is making our trip home. Midgley. We're on the way home from the 99 Nats. Looks like we've hit some rain.
Got the video recorded already?
You got it, of course. We're waiting for the sun to come up. Leaving home in Muncie. Anyway, this has probably been, I might rank this as the #1 Nats of all time. Except maybe for 1980 with the alligators.
You gotta be careful, Elliot. You got a guy driving while video cameraing, and he's Polish.
Boy, that's 3 out of 3. And he's driving into the sun with no sunglasses.
What sun?
English sun. Well, 12 hours from now, we'll be looking at the fish and nailing that Concourse Award to the wall.
Alright, you gotta read the bumper sticker.
Yeah,
You gotta get out the video camera when he passes you.
I got the camera out. I want to get a picture of it. If we can get his bumper sticker.
Be on his way to a KKK meeting.
I think so.
Yeah, he is. He's a country boy.
I saw the hats.
These guys are going catfish fishing or something. To West Virginia. Wow, that was a quick trip. 10 minutes and we're through. Rare white alligator on the Good Zoo. Now, this is always a milestone in our trip. This is the oldest suspension bridge in the United States, right off to our right here.
Oh, off to the right, yeah.
Look at, and you can still use it. They let one car at a time go over it. Look at that bridge.
Yep.
That's some piece of work. See this, the riverboat in the Riverwood?
Yep.
The riverboat.
Yep.
That's
probably a gambling barge or something.
Yeah, something, who knows. And of course now we start the whole trek through Pennsylvania and wheeling, going through the tunnels. And then you know you're only 7 hours from home when you get here. Oh, what a joy, what a joy. Everybody wants to know is, can this man drive on the correct side of the road? Well, here you have it, living proof. Actually, we almost just hit Dave and Woody.
Unfortunately, when we gave you your country to live in, we forgot to insist that you should drive on the appropriate side of the road.
Listen to this nonsense I gotta listen to. So listen, you've sat through 19 and a half hours of the world's funniest video, combined with some good flying, combined with Dave Fitzgerald winning a NATS, combined with I don't know what, Sarah becoming an internationally famous t-shirt designer. And hey, if you want one of those shirts, all you have to do is call the AMA and ask for Sarah, the shirt girl, and pick one up. No problem. She's got plenty of them in stock. Give it a size. And if you want to have your own shirt done with your own personal plane, she'll do one for you too. It's a bargain. Anyway, we're on the last leg of the Pennsylvania part. I don't know what part of this NATS we enjoyed the most. Duct tape and Brian? What was the most fun? The truth.
Donuts.
Donuts. Eating constantly.
And the pancakes.
We've both gained a few pounds, that's for sure. A few, maybe 10. And we hope we're well on our way. There's 6 weeks to the team trials. In between, we're going to try to do some more work with the tune pipes that we're making. Try to get some more gallons of fuel run through the Jet 60. Seemed like a lot of people were happy with the way the Jet 60 ran. Hey, it's a wonderful time. Wonderful time to duct tape Brian to a wonderful day to take Rick Ashford and dump 40-50 gallons of water on him as he comes out of a car.
Now that is a wet t-shirt.
And Lou Woolard, hey, we're sorry we almost destroyed your hearing aids by throwing water down there, but hey, the price of fun. Hey, and I know if by some chance somebody out there was offended by some of our crude humor or behavior, hey, we're really sorry, but we record things as they really are. It's like 60 Minutes. You can't jury rig it to make it look like it's something that it isn't. This is the way it is. This is the way we see it. This is the way it comes out. We just hope you enjoy it too. And by the way, if you have an extra roll of duct tape, I need it because I have no more duct tape. They used that whole roll of tape on Brian. Hey Warren, you really did do a good job. I mean, despite what Midgley says about you when you're not around, hey, you've done a good job, boy. And Fitzgerald, wait till next year. It's like the Brooklyn Dodgers. Wait till next year. And so I guess for its first year of competition, I guess the old GMA Jet 60 did pretty well. And the question a lot of people were asking, where is Jimmy Casale now that we really need him? Can you imagine dumping water on Casale? Now that would have been, if Jimmy was here, that would have been the high point of the whole trip. Final congratulations to Paul Winter, who within a very short time of a week managed to fly the Atlantic Ocean, wreck a rent-a-car, get a ticket for driving 97 miles an hour in a 55, and strike out with every single waitress he tried to pick up in Muncie. Every one. Literally, isn't it? Funny, we were just talking about Paul Winter and saying he's becoming famous for doing something really bad, like the Titanic. In case you didn't notice, this is a tunnel. What you'll notice is...
We have those in England, you know.
Is there any mountains in England?
Yeah, there are a few, but well, not in England, no, in Britain.
What's the difference between Britain and England?
Britain is the whole country. Great Britain is the whole country.
I thought England was the whole country.
No, Great Britain is the whole country. In the Great Britain, there is England and Scotland and Wales.
What the hell are you talking about? I thought England was everything that's an island north of France.
Nope.
Nope.
It's the United Kingdom or Great Britain. And within that, we have...
And you guys don't own Scotland and everything?
No, Scotland's a separate country.
Wow.
But it's governed at the moment through its own parliament and through a parliament in London, I
See
think.
what you learn? The History Channel by Wendy.
And don't
How to
ever say-
Drive a Car by Paul Winter.
You'll always offend a Welshman. I'm sure
Oh.
like Dave Roberts who came to you.
God!
If you call them English, because they're not English, they're Welsh.
Welch is like grape juice or something. It's not a country here, it's a grape juice. Yeah. Anyway, it's good to know the fish are all home waiting to see who won the Concourse Award. Karen's home, boy. Mandy's home. It's good to see Karen. After one of these road trips, I've been away for about 8-9 days. It's good to be back with the fish, good to be back with Karen. I don't know if she feels the same way about us. She's probably having wild parties. Harley's parked in the driveway. Okay, and you thought it was all over. And you thought that was it. But we're back home. And we've just arrived back. And what have we got going on? Can you believe this? Can you believe this? What is this guy doing? We've just had 12 hours journey. We were up at 4 o'clock this morning. No kidding. Not building planes, but fiddling with fish. What are you doing, Wendy? What's happening?
After a long 12-hour ride, I haven't even eaten yet.
No food.
Pots of flowers. Our pet raccoon Rocky knocked them into the pond. The pond looks like a toilet.
Pet raccoon.
A man has to take care of his fish before I even get to eat.
Doing what? No, I went from
Okay, well,
It's in there.
an outbound
I think I'll leave you to that. Now that looks like a sensible move.
Great.
So being home, the best one is seeing my lovable family. Look at, we're not skimping tonight. We're having hot dogs. How's the grill going there, boss?
Very nice.
All right.
Stop. One more stuff I find.
All right. Mandy, I want you to be the last scene of our international video. Mrs. Scott, kiss the camera. Oh! And we finally got the pond clean, or half clean. Not really. If you want a pond, it's like a Concourse Award. You got to work on it.
This is for you.
Now what the deal is, Elliot's been complaining all week that everything has cinnamon, and so while we were by Arby's, we stole the whole thing of cinnamon. He took an empty soda cup and put it in and walked out like it was a drink. That's genuine stolen Arby's cinnamon. It goes on everything, trust me.
A cinnamon burger.
We can make a look, it's Konjortny Cinema. Look, it's from the Ukraine, Konjortny Cinema.
Now, do you know where this needs to go?
Ah, get out of there. Woody, hold that prop up. That Ollie Presler is okay. I don't care what you guys say about him. Believe me, of all the awards you can win in model aviation, this is the one that matters. Not really, but we can convince ourselves of that. Number 7. But more than anything, it's been the best Nats of all time for me. It's just been wonderful. That's the prop. Hold it. We'll take a final closing shot of you.
Let's have a look.
If you want to dance on it or kiss it or hug it.
What's it for?
It's got 11 coats of finish on it.
That's Brodak dope.
20 coats. Oh my Lord.
Let me tell you something. Elliot's going to win one soon if he doesn't die of over-cinnamonizing himself. Cinnamonizing all his food. We had a great time.
Put it into your boxing mix.
Oh, you got the most beautiful plane.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was because Elliot counted the ballots. Cost me a few bucks too.
Lovely. Oh, that's lovely.
But we're still wearing your shirts. Trust me, they're all over the universe now.
Show
People are wiping their planes off with them. Down in Snellville, they're wiping planes off with them. Dove Jet's wiping planes off with them. Worked out great. What a Nats. This is a windy bowl of ice cream here. Made specially for guest host Elliot and Mandy Scott. And whatever's left over, Elliot can have. Now is this a post-Nats victory celebration or what?
So that'll take $200.
Life is so cruel. Life is terrible. Give me some more ice cream. Well, you've been there and you've seen the story of the 1999 Nats through my eyes and through the small group of people that hang around and throw people in a pool and duct tape people to walls. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the tapes. Please remember we have video going back of all the Nats and team trails back to '87. And as every year goes by, these memories become more and more cherished. Each day that goes by as we lose people from our membership. I just like to think that we've in some way preserved the event in a way that was not possible using other means. And I've really been happy to do it and glad to share it with all the people. It's been very exciting to me to win my 7th Concourse Award. And of course, to the people that really know me, they know that that's the award I cherish the most. That's the one I want to go leave my legacy to the event in. The Brodak Dope, the Jet 60, this is the first year for Brodak Dope, a Concourse Award. First year that we've run the Jet 60 and we've gotten into the top 5. First year we've used Dennis's props, and I think we can only get better. We're really looking forward to the team trails. It's coming up very soon. And I hope you'll join us for that tapes too. Again, thanks for joining us. And we got a lot of exciting things coming up in the next year. God, carbon fiber bodies, working on pipe development. And I hope some of these things are going to ultimately have a positive impact on the hobby, something that we can all benefit from, enjoy the hobby more. A special thanks to John Brodak for his help in developing the dope, his overall support of the event, and hey, even more important than that, just being a cool guy. And special thanks to everybody, all the judges, all the event directors, people that judged appearance, to Shireen, Warren, Gary, everybody. And a little special congratulations to Frank McMillan for a 2nd place, his best finish ever, and we hope that in the future we're going to have a lot more really fun, very competitive events like we just had. So we'll see you at the team trials. Another special congratulations to Mr. Yokohama. I assume I'm saying that right. And all the Japanese team, especially for the great job they did bleaching Randy Smith's hair. And with that, we're going to leave you. See you on the next tape. Hopefully that'll be the team trails, and hopefully we'll be having another great time. Tapes. We're going to be developing our line of tune pipes, which are still under development right now, but it was nice to see that we got our first prototype into the top 5, and that the motor seemed like an awful lot of people liked the way the motor ran. That was nice progress. Forget we have all the tapes on molding balsa wood, molding, making landing gear, making canopies, canopy detailing. We have an all-new video on using Aeropoxy Light, and we are a dealer for Aeropoxy Light, so if you've had trouble with fillets in the past, you might want to try that material out. One other final thing that I did not get a good top 5 negative to make my poster from. Everybody that has been to the shop knows I have a poster for every year that I've been in the Walker Fly-Off, and they're everywhere. This way you don't have to paint the walls, you know. So what I'm saying is, if anybody out there has a really nice negative of the top 5 when they lined up the planes, even though it was raining, it's always, I'd really like to borrow it. I'd really like to add to my collection if possible. And boy, when you look back to 1967, imagine if you could have looked into the future and seen what was going on now, geez. Had no idea where the road was going, all the twists and turns and bumps. Smooth spots, all the uphills, all the downhills, but it's been a long, long ride, and I've enjoyed every minute of it. This is a picture I always like to look at every day, because I look at it and I see how small the fish were here. You see how small they were, and they were just learning to be hand-fed. And you look at them now, my God, they're giant. It's that road, and you never know where it's going. And to all the people like Harold Price that, in my estimation, died before their prime, or before they got to enjoy the fruits of their labor. Harold, once again, I thank you for being a great inspiration to me in all the things I've done. Well, I guess that's the way I'm going to remember it. For better or worse, it's over, and we move on to next year. Thanks for joining us, and please share the tapes with all your friends. And if you have any real desire to improve your modeling skills and I can help you in some way, remember, I'm always glad to do it. Thanks for joining us.